Hi, today we're going to talk about employee onboarding checklist, and I'm going to tell you how we can create PDF files for this checklist completely in automation. So if you're looking to process bulk of PDFs from a particular document and you're looking for an automation system, then this video is for you. So as you can see, I have got an employee onboarding checklist over here, wherein I have created a Google Doc with a particular template already added onto this document, and I'll be using this document to produce PDF files on automation. For this, I also have an employee onboarding checklist database created in a Notion database. So you can see we have created three different records for the employee onboarding, and we have got all the columns of information that we typically find in an onboarding checklist. Okay, so we'll be using this information and we'll be producing PDF files and automation directly within the database utilizing this particular Google document template file. Okay, so for this automation, we'll be using PDF Output. PDF Output is a document automation platform for Notion users, which can work with several templates such as a Word file. It can also take in as a PDF document or even a Google document, which you can provide to create the PDF files. Okay. So before we get started, make sure you first of all create a copy of the template, which we are already able to see. So if you want to create a copy of this employee onboarding checklist, what you can do is just go to the template section and just type in employee onboarding. Okay, so if you search for here, you should be able to see the employee onboarding that you find over here. Click on use template and simply click on make a copy. This will create a copy of this document onto your Google account, which we will be using later on to create the PDF. Okay, so once you have the copy available, just head over back to the PDF output tool, just click on login and simply sign in. Okay, so let's quickly sign in and then I will show you the rest of the steps for the automation. So I'm going to quickly log in over here, and then we will be able to see how we will be utilizing this particular document and the database to create a PDF. So make sure your database is correctly set up with all the information that you need, and then we will be proceeding with the remaining steps. So as you can see, I've already signed in and I had an automation already created beforehand. So let me delete this automation, as we'll be creating a new automation from scratch and we'll be understanding how the automation will work. So click on new automation and just provide a name. So let's say this is employee onboarding. I'm just putting a name over here. I'll just click on create, and then it will allow me to add a Notion database. Okay, so I already had a few databases which was added up beforehand. I want to add a new database. So I will click on change Notion database. I'll click on add new database, and now I'll be able to connect a new database to the setup. So what I will do is I will just simply copy the title of the database from here, which I already have on my account. So I will just copy the title. I'll go back to the selection screen. Make sure you are under the correct account, which is showing over here. So this must be the same account. Click on select pages and put the title inside the search pages field. Okay, you should be able to see the particular checklist. Click on this and now it says it is already added. Scroll down and click on allow access. As you allow the access to the database, you should be able to see the database being loaded up. So now you can click on this and you will be able to see the employee onboarding checklist. Okay, select the database and now it will automatically connect the database to the selection window. And here in the database, if you scroll to the right side, you will be able to see three additional columns. We have generate PDF, PDF file, and Google Drive file. So any record which is marked as ready to generate under this column, it will be converted to PDF and it will store under the PDF file column. So before you start the automation, make sure you mark the record as ready to generate, whichever you're looking to convert, and it should be created as a PDF directly inside the PDF file column. Okay. So I already have the database connected. Let me click on next. And here I will be adding the document. Okay, so this is the document which I already have on my account. So there are different ways to add a document, but before that you have a lot of options available. You can even connect a Google slide, which you can connect if you want to create a presentation or automation. You can even add a PDF file, as I had mentioned. So the PDF file will be converted to Google Doc and you can use that to create the automation. You can even add a Microsoft Word file, which can be converted to Google document and it can be used for the automation setup. So I have a lot of options available, but here I will be going with a Google document. I'll click on select document, and here I am provided four different options. So since I already have this document available on my drive, I will go with existing document option and I will be able to choose this document from the list. You can even create a blank document if you want to start a template from scratch. If you go with the demo document, it will automatically add all the placeholders for you inside the document, which is ideal for testing use cases. And you can even select from templates. So if you click on that, you will be able to see all the templates that are already available, which you can select to create the automation. So what I will do is I will click on select document, I will click on existing document, and then I will be able to select the employee onboarding checklist from there. So if I go to the document side of things, I should be able to see the employee onboarding checklist. Click on this and click on select. So now the document is already loaded up. Okay, scroll down and click on continue to workflow, and here you will be able to see the particular employee onboarding checklist document visible on the left side. Okay, so you can see every information that we already had earlier is already visible, and we can directly edit this document for our requirement. On the right side, we will be able to see all the properties of the Notion database which we have connected. So this is the database that we have connected, and all the properties are already showing up over here. Okay, so what you can do over here is, the next step is you need to map the properties of the database onto the document. Okay, so what you can see over here is some of the elements have already been placed inside double curly brackets, right? So like we have the employee name, which is put inside double curly brackets. So it will fetch the employee name from the database and it will map the same onto the document over here. But let's assume that this employee name was not there, okay? And I want to map it fresh. So let's say the document is something like this. So let me remove this one. So what I will do is I will simply search for employee name from here, which I already have. I'll click on copy. It will copy the employee name placeholder. Then I can use the keyboard shortcut Control V or Command V. Okay, so just paste it. So just go to the document and simply use Control V or Command V on a keyboard to paste it. So now that placeholder is created over here. You can obviously do all sort of editings that is already available. Every Google Doc editing is available directly over here. So let me put it in bold. So accordingly, you can keep on mapping all the properties. Okay, so I just mapped one property. You can go ahead and map every property that you find in the document, whichever you want to fetch from the Notion properties on the right side. Okay, so you can just map it in whatever way you feel like, and you can modify and edit the document as per your choice. So I'm not going to do any further mapping, as we just simply need to copy and paste the property onto the document. Okay, I just mapped only one property over here for the demonstration. And once you're happy and satisfied with the setup, you have few more things to do over here. First is you need to define how the PDF file will be named. Okay, so I want to define the PDF file by the employee name that you find over here. So I can select employee name from the list. So I will just simply put employee name and I can click on this. Okay, so the employee name is selected. So now all the PDF will be generated by the employee name that I find over here. If you want to additionally save the PDF in a Google Drive folder, you can choose this option, and you can even opt to save the files in a Google Drive folder, wherein it will provide the link for the Google Drive right inside this Google Drive file column. Okay, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do next is I have two options to download the PDF. If you click on download PDF, there are two ways to download the PDF. First is downloading 3 PDFs at a time. So it will save the PDF directly inside the database. It is quick and easy method. It will instantly download the PDF and save it directly within the database. But if you have a lot of onboarding checklists available, so let's say you have hundreds and hundreds of records created inside the database, you can go with this bulk processing option, that is download all PDF. It will process 100 records at a time, and it will save the same inside this inside this Notion database over here. Okay, so this is for batch processing 100 records at a time. But I'm not going to select either of this option. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on setup Notion automation. As I click on this, it will instantly create me an automation system which is activated. Okay, so the automation is activated. I'll go back to the database and I will just simply select this property and I'll mark it as ready to generate. Okay, so as I mark it as ready to generate, it automatically gets converted into the PDF file whichever I was looking for. Okay, so let me just map this one as well. So now 3 records are set as ready to generate. It will be converted to PDF file and it will be stored under the PDF file column. Meanwhile, it has also added this choose document column. So let me explain what this does. So let's say you have different onboarding templates. So this is one template which we have added. Let's say you have employee onboarding checklist 2, which is the second template which you want to use on the same database. So you can repeat the same process, utilize the second document and click on setup Notion automation. That second template will be available as a drop down over here in this list. So under the choose document column, you will be able to see all the templates that you will add in due course of time. And you can select the particular template from the list and it will automatically be created as PDF for the particular record. So let's say I want to generate the first record utilizing the first template, I can go with the first option. And if I add another template, I will be able to see the second template and I can choose the second template for the second record. Likewise, you can select any number of template on any record, it will be converted to PDF as per that. And meanwhile, you can see that it has started processing and even completed few records. We are just waiting for the last one. But let us first of all see the existing ones which it has already processed. Okay, so you can see it is processing, and it will soon be converted to PDF right over here. So you can see it has mapped this company name value over here. Okay, if we scroll down, if you remember, we had added the employee name right over here. Okay, so it has mapped the employee name over here as well. Okay, and all the other fields that we had typically added has also been mapped correctly as was required. Okay, so this is how simple and easy it is to use PDF output. And let me open up the second record just to show you how the second file has appeared. So the second record is also looking clean, and it has also been mapped correctly with the values. And let me open up the last one. So we just created 3 PDFs out of this automation, wherein it was simple and easy to set up. So once you have everything in place, simply click on Setup Notion Automation. It will automatically activate the automation, and you can simply mark the record as ready to generate. It will be converted to PDF file right over here. You can keep on adding more and more records and simply mark it as ready to generate. It will soon be converted to PDF for your reference. Okay, so that was it from the demonstration perspective. If you have any questions, just use this chat bubble, send me a message with your queries. I'll be able to address any of your issues which you might be having, or else you can just simply go to the home page, and you will find this contact button at the bottom of the page, where you should be able to send me a message through this send message box, where you'll be able to address all your issues on the same as well. Okay, I hope this entire demonstration was helpful to you, and you start using this automation platform for Notion, which will help you produce PDF directly for your use case. Okay, and I'm eagerly waiting